Hello, I'm Vera Thomas Jackson with PH3B Premium Hair Care, and today we're going to be performing one of our amazing services, one of our absolute favorite systems, the PH3B Nourisher Ultimate Smoothing System. Our model today is Asia, and Asia will be receiving the service. Now, we chose this service for Asia today for several different reasons. First of all, Asia has been relaxer-free for 3 years. As we can see, she does have color in her hair, which means that she's not totally natural, but she is relaxer-free. Also, Asia explained to us that when she wears her hair in a natural state, when it's wet, her curls are defined, but when it's dry, it gets a little frizzy. And so what we want to do is give her more softness, more definition to her curl pattern. Also, we're going to smooth her hair out today so that when she wears it smooth, silky, straight, she'll be able to wear it without worrying about humidity or frizz. She'll have longevity of her blowouts without having to worry about shrinkage or hair reverting. So she is definitely a great model for our system today. We're going to go ahead and take her to our shampoo bowl and start with our shampoo called Fresh Cleanse. Okay, so right now we are rinsing our model's hair prior to shampooing it. This is a very important part of the service that a lot of stylists fail to do properly. A good rinse will take about 5 minutes at the bowl. Water is the first part of shampooing. It helps to break up dirt, build up debris, and preps the hair for the shampoo service. So as you can see, our model looks like some gel on her hair. And so we want to make sure that we're rinsing that properly. We're getting all of that buildup off of her hair prior to adding our shampoo. Want to make sure you open the hair up and get in the hair as well. And you want to rinse until you start feeling that buildup slide off of the hair, whatever that product might be. Oil, gel, dirt. Also helps when you're rinsing to see what type of curl pattern you're dealing with, because oftentimes our customers come in with stretched hair from flat ironing or pulling it in a ponytail. So this kind of determines what the curl pattern is when you give the hair a good rinse. Start breaking up some of that memory from heat. All right, so next thing we're going to do is go in with our Fresh Cleanse shampoo.
Perfect. And I'm ready.
You want to get your shampoo really saturated into the hair. And as you can see, with all of that buildup she had on her hair, if we would have gone straight in with a short rinse, we would have not received so much lather just with application. I haven't even manipulated her hair and we're already getting a lot of lather just because of the rinse. So I'm going to open her hair up and I want to apply just a little more of that Fresh Cleanse right into the hair. So our Fresh Cleanse is a clarifying and chelating shampoo. It's designed to remove surface dirt, oil, buildup, even stubborn minerals and product that's usually not able to be removed with just your typical clarifying shampoo. It has natural and botanical ingredients like aloe vera, lavender, chamomile. It also has some salicylic acid, which helps to detox and remove buildup from the hair and scalp. Very gentle on the hair, doesn't strip the natural moisture, actually leaves the hair moisturized, very pliable. And it's excellent to be used as a first shampoo with any of our services. So whenever the client comes in, you want to start with your Fresh Cleanse just to remove surface dirt and buildup so that your specialty shampoos will have a better palette or canvas to do what it's designed to do. When we're working with the smoothing system, a clean palette is very, very important. You want to make sure that you get all of the topical dirt built up off of the hair for the best end results. So if that means that you have to shampoo more than once, more than twice, then you want to do that to get that buildup off of the hair. So we're getting some lather, it's moving. So Really want to get down in her hair. She has a lot of product on her hair. As we mentioned earlier, she does have coconut oil on it, so we definitely want to get that off of the hair so that we get good end results with our smoothing system. It's okay in your first shampoo if you're not getting much lather. Still work that shampoo in. Let it do what it's designed to do. Break up surface dirt and oil. All right, so here is our first shampoo. So we're going in with our second lather. We want to make sure we hit that hairline really, really good. You'll know that you've shampooed the hair enough or that you've gotten it squeaky clean when you hear the stutter on the hair. So you're listening for a squeakiness, a stutter, and also it will kind of give you somewhat of a stall on the hair. Lets you know that you've received or removed all of the topical buildup and that you've gotten the hair in a position to go on with the service or to proceed with the service. Always pay attention to the center section. This is kind of like the area that tends to hold a lot of your buildup and dirt. Get them back to your shampoo, to your chair, and you'll smell a lot of the soilness. Usually comes from the center of the hair, but keep in mind most naturalistas wear their hair up in a bun. So they get a lot of sweat and buildup right in the center of the hair. So you definitely want to concentrate in that area. We're not scratching our scalp with our nails, just using the palms of our fingers, which is very important. Remember that we're going in with our smoothing system next. It has a pH of 2.1, which is more on the acidic side, so we don't want to cause any scalp abrasions prematurely with our nails. All right, next. Really work your nozzle into the hair, making sure you're not leaving any residue, shampoo, or dirt. We got that stutter that we were looking for, that squeakiness is there. And I always like to look at my water here. I'm looking for suds. See, we still see suds, so we know that shampoo is still present in the hair. So rinse until right in your bowl it runs clear. It'll make or break your services. So sometimes we create itchy scalp because we just don't properly rinse the hair. The industry, the beauty industry, is such a visual industry, not just the final look, but in everything that we do. So we still see some developing some suds over here. So we know there's still some shampoo somewhere on this side of the hair. Looking pretty good. Yep. All right. Definitely want to check, even though we've shampooed the hair, you want to go ahead and do a visual analysis of the scalp before you leave the shampoo bowl. Want to just make sure that the scalp is clean. There's no signs of buildup on the hair. Everything looks good. So we've brought our model back, or Aisha, back to our chair. Using our microfiber towel, we removed 80% of the moisture from her hair. The application that we're choosing for our model today with our smoothing foam will be what we call our wet method. So we're not going to blow dry hair. We're actually just going to apply the product to her towel dried hair. Microfiber towels are a lot better because they eliminate frizz and flyaways, and they remove more moisture from the hair. Before we get started with the application though, we definitely want to detangle her hair, and we're using a wide tooth comb to just remove the detangles, or remove the tangles, sorry. We're also going to be applying our leave-in conditioner to her hair, which is here. And we're going to be using the leave-in because Aisha has color-treated hair. She just colored her hair, put some color on her hair about 2 weeks ago, and she explained that her hair was very dry and thirsty. And so the leave-in is an optional product to use on hair that is extremely dry, color-treated hair, and or if your client is transitioning, they still have some relaxer on the end. We really require you to use our, should I say, not require. We recommend that you use the smoothing treatment on someone who is in the latter parts of transitioning with 4 to 6 inches of regrowth. Should take you no more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes to detangle the hair. Just moving up the head as we're removing those tangles and getting our hair prepped for application of our leave-in conditioner and then the ultimate smoothing foam. On average, on most African American or ethnic women, you find at least 4 different texture patterns. So you have to treat each section different. Another reason why detangling is important because I get to learn her hair. I'm mapping out her hair and I get to learn her hair before I go into my service. This gives me the opportunity, now that we've removed all of that surface dirt, the oil, the coconut oil, the buildup, and we are done with her detangling process. So the next step will be to add the leave-in to her hair, just to give her the moisture that she needs. Beautiful thing about this leave-in is it doesn't cause any buildup, so you can spray as much or as little as needed. It detangles, it softens, it hydrates, it repairs. It's also a heat protector and a UV protector. So even as we go in with our flat iron, our leave-in is going to help with that. I'm going to spray some just in my hand. So I want to hit her hairline without spraying her face. Just coming right into her hairline with my leave-in, just to make sure that I got it evenly saturated. And so just using my hands, I'm going to make sure I got it nice and emulsified through. I've already detangled, so I don't have to go back in and comb it. And once we do that, next step is sectioning for our smoothing foam. So I'm going to choose 4 sections for her hair. All right. So this is our working section. Just want to apply gloves before we start the application process. Our nourisher has a pH of 2.1, which is slightly acidic. So it's very important to protect your hands just in case you have a cut. And it's also great for professionalism. We're going to go in and take a 1/4 inch subsection, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch subsection. All right, so grab your hair pretty tight. Take your smoothing foam. I'm getting my model to lean a little bit and apply the foam directly to the hair. And then using our comb, we're going to comb that straight through. Great thing about the wet method, as we call it, without blow drying the hair, is that one of the things that Aisha said is that she wanted to keep as much of her natural curl pattern as possible. So this method actually helps to alleviate too much elongation. We're going to go into the hair, take another 1/2 inch subsection, secure the hair that we're not working with out of the way, no product, and then we're going to blend or marry these two sections together. And as you can see already, it's kind of hard to see a color at the beginning, but now we see a really pretty red-brown popping through. Want to make sure it's completely detangled. You're pulling that product all the way to those porous ends. What you're looking for is you really want that product to disappear, like we see here. Again, 1/2 inch, secure. I like to do a quick little comb out before I apply my foam. Hold the hair tight. Apply the foam directly to the scalp. Take your product and move it throughout the hair. Using the back end of the comb really helps to distribute the product evenly. As you notice, I'm just combining all of the sections together, not going back into those sections, but just kind of keeping everything married together. Again, we're going to go back into the hair with another 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch subsection. Most of the time with the wet method, you can increase your size to about a 1/2 inch depending on your customer's density. Then you want to marry. Or blend. You can already see that hair is already accepting the product and becoming softer, more detangled. 1/2 inch, secure. Take that one section that you're working with at that particular time. Make sure that it's detangled. Although we detangled before, we used a wide tooth comb, so those fine tangles that sometimes we can't reach with our wide tooth, you want to make sure you go in and do a second one. Foam directly to the scalp or to the hair closest to the scalp. And then we're just moving that product, shifting that product, and combing it through. Once you get it down the shaft of the hair, then you can just kind of blend those sections together. But you notice I'm not going back into the entire section, just the previous area that I worked in. All right. This method really saves you time because you're not blow drying the hair. And for those clients that want to eliminate or alleviate losing more of their curl pattern, this method helps to decrease the amount of curl pattern that we elongate. Now we do have a secondary method called our dry method, but even with our dry method, we only recommend that you blow dry the hair about 40 to 50% dry, leaving some natural texture and also leaving that natural moisture in the hair. For Aisha, who also has dry hair, the wet method is going to assure that we're leaving some moisture in our hair because water is a natural moisturizer, right? Take my comb, move my product, comb it through, back end of the comb, combing it through, all the way to the ends. Once that's been achieved, then I can go in, blend those sections together. Last subsection, just going to marry that entire section into that section. All right, for more manageability, we're just going to pin this section out of the way. And go into our next section. Usually I will work from side to side. We're going to go up to the front. Yeah? Okay. Now, when we're working around the hairline, we notice that we have a little bit of less density here. So this first section can actually be a little larger. Again, remember, this is the area that we said her texture pattern is slightly softer. So you're going to notice that comb out is easy. Foam, distribute, comb. Using the back end of the comb. A little goes a long way. You don't have to oversaturate the hair. Just trust the product. Less is more, less is best. All right, we're down to our last two subsections. Apply our foam. We're just going to move that product through to the ends. See how easy it is to comb through the top? Remember we talked about those texture patterns? Hair is already accepting the product. Now, to further assist the product, allowing it to do what it needs to do, we're going to apply a plastic cap on our customer's hair. And during that time, the product is actually infusing itself into the hair strand. This product sits or lives in the cuticle layer. It does not penetrate the cortex, doesn't cause any bonds to be broken in the hair. The finer the hair, the deeper it penetrates into the cuticle layer. The coarser the hair, the less it penetrates. What does that mean for you as a stylist? Your customers with fine hair may get more longevity out of the system, as opposed to the customer with coarse hair will probably get just those 3 months out of the system. Aisha has a medium texture hair, so I would gather about 4 months she will get out of the system before she has to repeat the process. And Mary, last two subsections. Applying the foam, distributing, combing it through. I like to make sure I'm using all of my product, and I like to see it start to absorb into the hair. Be a little quickie. Drop of foam. All right, now we're on our last quad. Our foam. Mary. You notice that we're not applying this product to a hairline like you would a relaxer. It's not necessary. Just follow the same pattern. You can comb those edges in, but it's not necessary to do anything special to the hairline. Comb till we start to see it dissipate. Now the question is, can you do color the same day with the service? And the answer is yes, you can. Yes, you could do color the same day with the service. You will do your color service first, rinse your color, and then follow with the smoothing system as directed for both permanent and demi-permanent or semi-permanent colors. Okay. All right, we have completed all of the steps. Now, you want to go ahead and remove your clips during this time. You want to make sure that that product can do exactly what it needs to do underneath the cap. We call this the infusion time. I'm going to set our timer for 20 minutes. No heat, no dryer, no steamer. Just going to allow our model to sit for 20 minutes while the smoothing system, those amino acids are placing itself in the hair. So it's been 20 minutes since our model has been under the cap, no heat, no steamer. So the next step is to remove the cap and to begin the blow dry process. So again, I want to go back in and secure the hair for control and manageability. Very, very important. Great thing about it is our sections are still intact. All we have to do is clip them together. We're going to begin our blow dry process. Now just look at the hair. It feels very soft. So now what I want to do is what I call detail work to get the hair completely dry. So I'm going to switch my brush to my dimming brush. So again, I'm going in with my detail work. If you're going to move your dryer back and forth, just keep the hair stable. You don't want to do this and move your dryer. Have the hair stable. Getting that hair dry at the regrowth first. Okay, our first section has been blow dried. Going into section 2, following the area that I worked in. So I went here, 1, 2, 3, 4. But our fresh cleanser designed to break up stubborn oils, build up residue, things of that nature. So we were able to cleanse her hair with 2 shampoos. Towel dried her hair, brought her back to the chair, towel blot her hair, detangled. And then we applied our leave-in conditioner. Next, we proceeded with the nourisher smoothing treatment. We applied it to her hair all over using 1/2-inch subsections. Proper blow drying. And we definitely want to get on that hairline, pull that hair forward. Pattern in which we applied the product. So we went 1, 2, 3rd section. Preliminary drying. So take your time. They're paying for the service. They're paying for that time. Give them a good service. Give them the best service possible. Really like to go high in the center because that area holds a lot of moisture. We're done. Easy to comb through. Getting prepped for flat ironing. Beautiful thing about it is that only 1, no more than 2 passes of the flat iron will be needed to seal in the product. So no multiple passes of the flat iron. We'll give her a nice shaping and we will be finished with our service. Sectioning is very, very important for control. She is completely blow dried. Let's show it again. All right, we're finished with our flat ironing session. And we're going to go in now and give her a good shaping, a trim. The PH3B Ultimate Smoothing System. Styled her as desired. So again, this system will last her for 3 to 4 months. When she wants to wear hair smooth and silky, she can. Or if she wants to wear it in its natural state, now she'll have a softer curl. Body, body, body. That's PH3B, baby.